Now, up next, we're going to be hearing from the market leader in robotics. Now, our next speaker joined Fanuc, surprise, surprise, in 2014 as a technical support engineer and was responsible for vision technology and later cobots. A year later, he took on more responsibility and regarding product and also management in the technical support department. Today, he's responsible for second-level technical support, technical trainings, and interfacing with HQ in Japan. In addition to that, he's also responsible for the introduction of new products and also for supporting European robot equipment suppliers. From Fanuc, please welcome Manager, Product and Application, European Technical Support for Robotics, Claude Seiler. Thank you. Welcome, Claude. Thank you. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
This is for you.
All right. So, welcome, everyone. Fanuc was already announced. I would like to give the view from Fanuc's side, the trends here on this get together for robotics. So first, welcome. I start with a slogan from our company: where there's automation, there's Fanuc. I hope that's more or less true. We have a lot of products available, and here I would like to represent the robotics part. And I think many of you know Fanuc, so I want to mention maybe three things that you might not yet know. The first robot produced by Fanuc and used in their own factory was in 1974, so that's 50 years ago. A lot of experience there. Another point, we have since then expanded in over 100 different countries where we are active now with offices and people. And more or less a year ago, the 1 millionth industrial robot was produced by Fanuc, and I think that's not many companies which can say this. I was already introduced. I'm working for this big company. Fanuc is indeed one of the bigger robot suppliers, but it was mentioned already yesterday. Even though we have a lot of functions, a lot of solutions, we cannot do everything. We require software platforms, we require other automation equipment suppliers, we require robot integrators, and only together we can provide solutions to our customers. And today, I don't want to speak too much about all the product ranges. I will mention functions here and there. I want to briefly go through the trends we have seen already yesterday. So this is more like a summary. And I want to give a couple of examples. And I try to group them mainly into two categories: ease of use and flexibility. They are a little bit going into each other, and then close with an outlook. So starting with the trends in robotics. I would like to go a small step back, not only speaking about the trends, but there's always a reason why there are these trends. It was already mentioned yesterday. We have the demographical change. More people retiring than that they are coming, which leads to a workforce shortage. Was mentioned yesterday. The solution for this could be automation. I want to go a step further and say a lot of things which can be automated, they are already automated. So we have to look into new applications. We need to bring in robots or robot systems where there are no robots today. We need to increase the accessibility of the robots. Robots need to work with humans which might have never touched a robot before, so we need to improve the ease of use of the products. We see economical and political disturbances, ups and downs in the productivity is required there. We and also our customers are facing these kind of issues, and we need to have flexibility, flexible automation. Also mentioned yesterday, what we see a lot is this mass customization. Every customer wants to have their own specialized product, for example, for the robots, longer arms, shorter arms, different dress packs, different colors. So we are looking at low volume production, and also the pace on how the products get developed is speeding up, and we need to provide solutions for faster product changes. So how are we in Fanuc doing this? This is not like yesterday in some presentation AI generated. This is real pictures from our productions. We're using a lot of robots in our own production. As I mentioned, 15 years ago we started with this. I think now it's a couple thousands already used in our own production. We're using new technologies, collaborative robots, robots on mobile platforms, modular cells. Does it make our life easy? Not really, but it helps. It helps to really produce reliable products with these with these challenges. So looking a little bit more into detail, how exactly can we solve or can we provide support for these challenges? And I would like to start with some categories in the ease of use. Ease of use is becoming more and more important. Mainly because robots get introduced into lines where there are operators which have never used a robot before. So the trends that we are seeing there is intuitive programming, drag and drop with smartphone-like devices. We see that robot manufacturers provide possibilities to make customizations, user interfaces. So the experts, the end-of-arm tool suppliers, the robot integrators, they can make their own plug-ins, put their knowledge in there and make it easy to use for the end customers. We see more and more robots getting these hand-guided teaching features, and was mentioned already in the presentation before, AI is supporting a lot here. I have a dedicated slide for AI. So artificial intelligence is really making the life more easy for setting up more complex systems. In the past, maybe bin picking of fruits, which have always different shapes, different sizes, different colors. It required maybe an expert, maybe a lot of time to set up. But with AI, it's getting step by step more easy. Also AI, we've heard in the presentation before, by reteaching, relearning, it can learn to adapt to the environment, increase the flexibility of the robots. And AI allows us to move into complete new applications. For example, automation of a recycling facility was very difficult, basically impossible in the past. AI allows to pick these parts which were not known before, just by knowing how to grip the parts. But it does not always have to be AI. Also, moving more and more knowledge into the robot software, into so-called smart applications. So by integrating expert know-how into the robot software, we can support easier product changes. Here the pictures is from a palletizing or welding applications. Operators, they might not know how to reteach a robot's position, 60 degree of freedoms in a Cartesian zone. But they relate to their products. So by changing the size of a box, for example, and the robot automatically adapts the path, that makes it easier for them. But it's not only the robot manufacturers that have to provide this or can provide this. We have seen also yesterday that there are really, also here, people sitting here working for companies which have really innovative ideas, which have smart tools, which give the possibility to our customers to improve the ease of use and improve the flexibility of their production lines. And as a big robot manufacturer, especially maybe a Japanese robot manufacturer, we were known to be quite closed. Yesterday we heard boring black box systems, but that's changing step by step. So we are opening up. This is not all the interfaces that we support. It's much more, but there's step by step opening up also by the big robot manufacturers. I mentioned flexibility already, so I want to give some more examples on the trends in the flexibility side. Yesterday we have already seen a presentation about IoT, which was a hype many years ago, or a couple of years ago. The hype has decreased, but these tools are still there. They're still continuing to develop, and more systems allow to have this predictive behavior estimations. So it allows the production managers to see when, for example, a robot could fail and plan their maintenance, for example, ahead with the limited workforce that they have. Simulation software is also continuously improving, getting more and more feature-rich. More and more sensors can be simulated up to a degree where it's called a digital twin, which allows to make product changes already in parallel and make a more seamless change of products, increasing the flexibility. I mentioned in the beginning we need to bring in robots where there are no robots today, and especially cobots are a door opener for these kind of new applications because they are very accessible and flexible automation requires accessibility. Typically the cobots, they are lightweight, they are easy to use, and especially the lightweight features allows them to be also mounted on mobile manipulators. This thing this morning we have all already seen a presentation about mobile manipulators, but also traditional robots. The industrial robots, all robot manufacturers, they have safety functions. They support the standard safety communication interfaces, which allows also industrial robots to be used or to be very accessible. But the main trend that we see is an ongoing increase in this cobot family. The ranges increases, the payloads are increasing. Then, in the presentation before, we have already seen vision. Vision is also supporting this trend of flexibility. By using integrated vision, we can reduce the complexity of some fixtures, sometimes even completely avoiding having fixtures, allowing more products to be used in the same production line. Then, another trend or another point, what I think is quite important, is that we need to collaborate together. So the end-of-arm tool suppliers, but all kind of automation equipment suppliers need to collaborate also with the robot manufacturers. And this kind of collaboration, this is seen in the market now more and more often, and it helps our customers to really make plug-and-play, reuse grippers or other equipment and make the automation more flexible. I'm running much quicker through my presentation as expected. I have prepared at the end a small video looking a little bit more into the future. And I see the role here also as a robot manufacturer to train the next generation. So this video is from WorldSkill. WorldSkill is an international organization that makes the Olympic Games for professionals. And Fanuc is the robot integrator supporter here. But also this video touches a lot of the topics that I mentioned during the course of my presentation and gives you a little bit more visual content to it. It has some video, I hope, some sound, I hope it works. Yeah.
These are exciting times. We're always connected, everywhere, conquering new worlds. And AI is starting to change the game. Technologies are evolving fast, and the pace of evolution keeps accelerating, because people like us are constantly innovating. Every day, learning new skills, building new machinery that can help manufacture faster and better than ever before, using automation to make our lives easier. We, the next generation, want to master these skills. We want to be part of the progress that drives us all. We are the hands and voice of that progress. We are the architects of change. We are robot systems integrators.
All right. So yeah, giving it additional, again, some visual content to all the trends. I would like to come back to a point I mentioned in the beginning. You've seen now in the presentation, Fanuc is offering a lot of tools, features. However, to realize a solution for a customer, it needs more automation equipment suppliers, end-of-arm tool suppliers, robot integrators, and only together we can solve these issues. And I opened the presentation with a slogan from our marketing department, and I want to finish it. And it is, let's get it done together. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Claude. Get it done together. If someone here wants to get it done together with you, what do they need to do?
Well, there are multiple possibilities. As Fanuc is a big company, on our homepage, we have all those local companies. Get in touch with local companies. They speak your language. Or, of course, in the next break round, come to me, speak to me, and we will find a way.
Great. Do we have any questions here in the room, or possibly also online, to Claude at all? Give you a bit of time to think. While you do, I have another question. So you showed a lot of stuff in that presentation, Claude, but where is this actually all developed?
All the development is from Fanuc is done in our headquarters in Japan. So
all of it?
Almost all of it. Of course, we have a small development team also here in Europe, which makes some dedicated developments for European customers. But the majority of these developments are coming from Japan. And all the production is also running in Japan, a high salary country. And with automation, it was possible to keep all that production also in such a country.
Now, yes, we have one here, Bertus.
So let's pretend that I'm not working at Yaskawa. I'm just a visitor here. And I'm missing Fanuc on that vendor map. I'm a bit confused. Can you tell something about that? Is Fanuc not joining SRCI?
As you know, Fanuc is joining SRCI. I mentioned it in one of my slides. So we are opening up, also supporting these kind of interfaces as SRCI. We are about to release a new robot controller generation, and in this new robot controller generation, we will also support SRCI.
Yes, here at the front.
Thank you for your presentation. A short question. You wrote on one slide that you have EGF plug-in system for additional software. Do you plan with a new generation, with a new control generation, to have an open third-party software system, like other robot controller have it with your caps or the Motor Plus?
No, so that's still Fanuc proprietary operating systems. The plugins that I mentioned, that's more on the user interface. So we are using tablets, Android systems, where we offer an SDK, and where then experts or equipment suppliers can use the SDK to create their own plugins, interfacing the robot functions. So yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions here in the room? Not so far. Claude, you spoke a lot about trends in there. One of the mega trends, if you like, of our time is, of course, energy efficiency, sustainability. What is Fanuc's position on that?
Of course, yeah. So I mentioned three trends. There are more, of course, and ecological points, sustainability, CO2 neutrality is also a trend ongoing. So Fanuc has analyzed for the lifetime of the robots that we produce. We have analyzed the CO2 consumption. And we've seen that only a small part of this is related to the production of the robot itself. Of course, there are plans to become CO2 neutral in many years. But this will only cover a small part of CO2 usage by our robots. A big portion is by using the robot itself. So also there, the clear trend is energy reduction. As I mentioned, we have a new controller generation upcoming in the next couple of months. And one of the main themes there is of course, also reducing the energy consumption of our robots.
Okay. Last chance for questions here in the room. Okay, everything has been answered so far. Yeah. And if not, I'm sure you're also available during the next break. So yeah, get in touch with Claude and get it done together, as it says there. Thank you very much, Claude.